10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And how the heck are you? Good afternoon. Welcome to a very special edition of Nevermind the Furthermore, where you type it out, I'll read it, we'll have a conversation. And thank you for letting me be here. Special thanks to the Writers' Room of Iowa. So glad to be here. Thank you, Aaron Casey Moi. And thank you to everyone involved with the Writers' Room for allowing me to be here. And thank you to everyone who's going to spend the next half hour with me. And I'd like to introduce myself, what you saw in the video. I am, like I said, I'm an author. I'm a publisher of these books that have sold on 3 different continents, and that's just a sample of it. I'm on Amazon. It can be found on Facebook, and I'm also part of the award-winning Pulp Reality #1 that's available from Stormgate Press. And I tend to mentor a lot of people. I'm good with other people's businesses, not so much my own some days. But anyway, I'm glad you're all here. And for the next half hour, please, if you're watching us on the Writers' Room or on any of my normal outlets, please type in your question and I will read it, and then we'll talk about it, okay? Because I'm here to give you a little bit of help here if I can. And let's also look at our comments here, because I'll be able to see your comments. I'm using StreamYard. If you're ever interested in broadcasting to expand your reach, then StreamYard's a great way to do it. It's fairly simple, really intuitive. And it keeps adding features. Even the free level, there are various pay levels. Now I have the professional level, which is about $60 a month. But it's a great system. It is well worth it if you use broadcasting as an outlet for your promotion or your creativity. And if you say promotion, do I have to do promotion? Then we've got to talk. Anyway, we want to say hello to the people that's tuning in. Joe Dog McKeel of a great broadcast called Stupid O'Clock, which is on what we call the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, which is a group of like-minded individuals who are helping each other push their businesses up and share best practices. Getting your tribe is really, really important. That's why something like the Writers' Room is so very important to the people in it. But anyway, howdy to you, Joe Dog. How are you today? And Carl Witzman, as always, good to see you. And Carly, mwah, my group of irregulars are here. And whoa, volume was up. I hope it's on your end and not mine. And Ryan Permisson, good to see you. 5 books coming out that everyone should check out. The Terrors by Brian K. Morris, Pulp Reality #2 with Brian K. Morris and others, Aquatic Love Above the Waves by Brian K. Morris, and 2 others that Brian K. Morris is, Doc Saga by Brian K. Morris and others, and then one other book that maybe I'm not in, who knows. Anyway, we got to have fun doing this and share. Thank you very much, Ryan Permisson. And that's something, if you're watching us on YouTube, please, if you enjoy any part of this video, please give us a thumbs up. It really would help us. And also, please subscribe to the channel, because we run 3 different shows a week on my channel alone, let alone the parts of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, which I'm going to show. You might want to take a screen capture of this, because this is the stuff that my friends, my tribe, and I do. And we'd like you to be a part of that, and thank you, Brian Rodman, for sharing this video. Much appreciated, brother. And anyway, please check it out because we got stuff going on. All right. And let me get back to the comments here. And again, thank you for sharing this, Ryan Permiss. And also, if you're watching us on Facebook, please like the page you're watching. Please sign up for the Writers Room, especially because they've got all kinds of cool things going. Not just this weekend with the release of Writers of the Aether. And good luck with that volume, ladies and friends. Please, hope you do well. Please go to Amazon and check that out. And also, everyone needs a tribe. I'm pleased to have mine. They have helped me so much, particularly in the last couple of weeks. I had kind of a professional setback, or how I perceived it. Wasn't anyone's fault. Wasn't mine. Wasn't my publisher. Wasn't anyone on our team. But we kind of got gobsmacked at something that happened that prevented a book of ours from being listed on Amazon. But my tribe pulled me out of it. My tribe pulled me out of my funk, and so I'm really grateful. And morning dose rolling on the floor. Yeah, we'll give you a dose every morning. But anyway, let's see. And the Writers Room, thank you very much. I appreciate you're allowing me to be here and confusing your audience for the next half hour. And please, while we're at it, please stick around and please watch Jen Thompson of the Indie Author Book Expo. She's another Iowan. I've done several shows in Iowa thanks to Aaron Casey and Jen. And I love my Iowa peeps. And if my signal is, it's obviously a Saturday afternoon here in Lafayette, Indiana, because my Wi-Fi signal may be a little weak. Please bear with us. Hope you can still keep going with us. And yeah, that 10 seconds will scare you to death if your volume is too high. So blame the guy who put it together, Kyle Guthrie. He did it for us. And thank you for allowing me to be Had Writers Room. And please, everyone, please go to the Writers Room page and please give it a like. All right. It's a great resource for all of you creative people in Iowa. It's a lovely group of people. I really do. I consider a lot of them my very close friends. And I'm pretty unlikable, as you can see. So anyway, please check out the Writers Room and please give the page a like as a thank you for hosting all these wonderful people that you'll be seeing, that you've seen not just this morning and early that afternoon, but who will follow me. Please, thank you very much. And lucky Saturday, that's right. And today I'm also on twice. I'm also helping Kathy Jackson's books. We're going to be doing a book takeover later today at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central on Kathy Jackson's books, plus my own personal page, the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page, and Rising Tide Publications, also on the Book of Faces, as well as my personal YouTube channel, Brian K. Morris, Rising Tide Publications, # always promote, and Ryan Permiss and Pulp Reality 2. I can't wait to read it. Yeah, I'm really excited, and we've got some fresh contributors, including a pair of creators from Airship 27, a fantastic publishing outfit that does a lot of new pulp material. Ron Fortier and Rob Davis, great guys, and I'm looking forward really to reading issue 2. And you're very good at mentioning. I do try Facebook user, and this is a Facebook thing. I'm sorry I can't address you personally, but if you have not, Facebook has gone through a thing where it's cleared out some of the cookies or whatever. And but if you look above me, if you're watching on Facebook, or if you're watching on me on YouTube, look below, and you'll see a link where you can just go there, and just takes a second. Just go in, hang out there for about 2 milliseconds, then come back here and I'll see who you are. And I really want to see that. And I mean that. We're lucky to get a special Nevermind the Furthermore. Well, Grant, I'm lucky you guys showed up, so I have somebody to talk to. This is what we do on my programs. We'll talk about that in a minute. I need to catch up with my friends here. And thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate the support. And broadcasting for an event, we got to behave, gang. No better than you usually do, so let me have it. Ryan Permiss, when writing a short story, where should new writers start? Just start writing the thing. This is going to sound so cliche, but the best thing you can do is write that story. Of course, read a lot. Reading helps you become a better writer, believe it or not, because if nothing else, you may pick a writer whose style you want to emulate, or until you can find your own voice. And if you're like me, your eventual literary voice will become an amalgam of the ones that you've enjoyed the most. Mine is very heavily influenced by 30s and 40s pulp writing, as well as early 70s and mid 80s adventure paperback series, such as The Destroyer, The Executioner, The Penetrator, which sounds better than it is, The Chameleon, The Death Merchant, which kind of shows you why I'm writing a romance novel. So just to show you that I can do it. But yeah, study the form, study the construction as you read, and then apply it to your own work. I recommend starting with just to see if you have an idea that has legs. I start out with the elevator pitch, and I've not run into a number of writers who are like, well, why can't I wait for my muse to appear? I'm reminded of what, I can't remember, Bill Aucoin, who was the original manager of the rock group Kiss. And he told the band, said, guys, you've got to start writing songs. You know, performing is one thing and records are another thing. But the real money is in publishing. You need to start writing your own music. And Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, of course, had already started doing that, and Ace Frehley was starting to by that time too. But anyway, they were on tour at the time, and they'd used up all their material, so they were coming up with whatever they could. And Paul went over to Gene in his motel room and said, "I've got part of a song, but I don't have like a start to it. I don't have a chorus, but I've got what I think will be a great lyric, chorus." And Gene says, well, I've got the opposite problem. Let's hear what you have, and I'll tell you what I've got. Like mine starts as, you show me everything you've got, you blah, 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 and that's quite a lot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. What have you got, Paul? And Paul said, I've got one. I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. And the two put them together, and that was their breakthrough single that made them an international success. So, but they started out with something small and realized where they needed to shore themselves up. But I start with the elevator pitch, which is like 2 sentences that gives you the bare bones of what the story will be about, and then you expand it from there. For instance, here is the pitch for Moby Dick that you wish your high school English teacher had given you. In the 19th century, there is a young man who finds himself aboard a whaling vessel, discovers a whole new way of life. However, he discovers that the insane ship's captain is out to destroy the white whale that took his leg, even if it means the lives of his crew. Who wouldn't want to read Moby Dick after that? And I've described one of the greatest books in the English language in 2 sentences and made you want to read it, hopefully. It's a good book, by the way. And then expand from there. And I also use something called the Lester Dent Master Plot, which is a framework to help you in plotting your book. So that's where I start. And I hope that gives you some help. Also find somebody to mentor, somebody to connect with. And Ryan, you're in my group, man. You're, whether you knew it or not. Ask for help, ask for opinions. Just the other day, I had an issue concerning copyright, and I wrote somebody who, there's layers in this whole business, in every business. There's the guy who's strumming his guitar in a bar band on the weekends, and then there's somebody like a Paul McCartney or a Taylor Swift, who are like stratospherically higher levels above them. But I had access to a guy who's been on the New York Times bestseller list, and I asked him this question on copyright that I wasn't clear on, and he gave me an answer. And I get questions all the time from people who are just starting. And the best thing you can do is ask, because a lot of us are doing the rising tide thing, where a rising tide raises all ships. That means that because we have gotten favors, we pay them forward to the next generation, or to people who have the fire to create too. So anyway, I hope, Ryan, that helps you. But if you have any other questions, please contact me. You know how, my friend. Ryan Permisson is also a very, very cool broadcaster. He's got some stuff on Anchor FM and also on the Hanging with Web Show Network on Facebook. Please check this man out. Hashtag it always, karma is a thing. So please promote your friends. There is more than enough of the pie to go around for all of us. And just because someone made a sale doesn't mean they aren't buying yours. All right. Anyway, Ryan Permesson says, happy Saturday, Nevermorians. That's our tribe, the Nevermorians, based on our morning show, Nevermind the Furthermore, hashtag always promote, which we do 3 mornings a week. And you're all welcome to please find me. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. Check the links above and below, depending on where you are. And Tuesday nights, we have a show called Clever Title Pending, where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. And we frequently have author guests and publisher guests, along with entertainers, cosplayers, other creative people. So please tune in. We have a whole bunch of good stuff coming up. And Facebook user says, thanks for sharing, Ryan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yes, Carl, you must. Carl also is a great broadcaster himself. Does a monthly show on cigars with Ted Davies. Please check that out too. And likes are given. Thank you, Joe Dog. I appreciate that so much. It really helps. And if you're watching us on Facebook, please give us a reaction if you would. There's 18 of you watching this right now, and we would love it if you just give us a little bit of love or a like. It does help. And summer reading recommendations. Send them links via direct message. Writer's Room. Here's your opportunity. Ryan Permesson is he's on Facebook Messenger, and this wonderful young man is working to increase his store of literary knowledge. Plus, the first time we met, I gave him like about 200 different TV shows and movies that he had to watch. And it's a wonder he's still speaking to me. But Ryan wants to learn, and it's great. And the Historical Fencing Guild, also part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Hello, Saturday afternoon, Nevermorians. Hello to you, my friend. And check out his show this channel on YouTube every Friday at 8 p.m., where he teaches people how to portray combat, how to do combat, and he's written a pair of really great books. I've got one called The Simple Sword, and it is a terrific reference book for writers on fighting with bladed weaponry. So please check out what this man does. His name is Nicholas Anthony Tockard, and he's amazing. And Carleen, of course, foremost in my heart, liked and shared. Thank you very much. And good afternoon, brother Ted Davies Artistry. It is so good to see you. Check out TedDaviesArtistry.com and on Facebook and on YouTube, and please subscribe to his channel too. He's doing some amazing shows too. It's amazing where creativity takes us, not just in writing, but Ted is turning into an amazing broadcaster. He's got 3 shows on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. One is where he interviews creatives on TED Talks and thank you, Willow Schuyler. I appreciate you, darling. Mwah! Hey, with the Hanging with Web show, and check out her weekend show, Willow's Pillow Talk. She is an awesome interviewer. If you want to promote yourself, get a hold of her, get a hold of Ted, get a hold of these wonderful people. And Ryan Permesson is looking for people too for his show every Saturday at noon Eastern, 11 Iowa time. And Robert Beatty, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. But anyway, Ted has a show at 10 a.m. TED Talks, where he interviews various wonderful creative people on Tuesday mornings. Thursday mornings is TED Talks timepieces, because he also collects wristwatches and really can convey his love of them. Or in this case, one he didn't like too much, and that was a lot of fun. And also monthly, he does a show with the aforementioned Carl Witzman about cigar appreciation. And I love watching stuff. Now, I'm not a cigar smoker, but I'm learning so much about what goes into the appreciation of a fine cigar that that's going to wind up in a book or a story one day. See? So anyway, please check him out. And Jeffrey Hayes, who is an amazing cover artist, and we are doing a reveal for my upcoming novel, The Terrors. Thank you so much. An extra dose of Brian. I know, just when you think you've had enough, here I am topping off your cup. Happy Saturday to everyone celebrating Writers on the Aether. Yes, and a wonderful book that sounds like I've got to get my copy. And we hope if you're watching us, please go to Amazon and get your copy as well. And please like the Writers Room on Facebook. It is a fantastic resource for writers, not just in the Iowa area, but we all need people who can just, if nothing else, give us a virtual hug. My tribe has saved my bacon so many times emotionally that I can't even count. And Jeffrey Hayes is part of PlasmaFireGraphics.com. When the look of your book matters to you, he is an amazing creator himself, and he does wonderful work, and he has done so much to help me that, I I hope no one's keeping score because it'll look like we're playing golf in my case. But anyway, Jeff, thank you for being here. Appreciate the support. And Facebook user says, when we meet in our groups, the Writers Room, some of the most intensely followed topics involve how to get published and how to promote your work. Well, yeah, we like to talk craft, but craft is aimed at finding an audience. That is true. And the thing is, this. Thank you, Facebook user. That's an excellent statement there. The good thing is that we have control over that. Now, I'm a huge advocate for self-publishing. And I think everyone ought to try it at least once, because then you begin to appreciate, you're either going to appreciate what a tradition, we'll call it a traditional publisher, regardless of size, what they can do for you. Now, the thing is, a lot of writers, now I'd like to know more, like, are they looking for someone else to publish them, or do they just don't know how to get into print? I find self-publishing useful because, one, I'm a control freak. I admit it. And the times when I don't feel like being a control freak, there are people who can do those aspects of the job of publishing that are far better than I am. Like, I cannot draw to save my life. I used to do comic book art, but I gave that up quite some time ago due to my disturbing lack of discipline in it. But somebody like Jeffrey Hayes does such amazing work that, or another friend of mine, Trevor Eric Hawkins, they do such wonderful covers that I don't have to worry. I just turn the problem over to them. My wife does formatting. My wife Cookie does formatting and editing. So I give her, honey, could you look at this and tell me if this makes any sense? So we can do that. But as far as getting published, I think one idea I recommend is just study the market. Writer's Digest is really good. There are several newsletters that talk about, I think it's Writers Publish. I get a thing like 2 or 3 times a week with various markets that I can apply to for my own freelance writing work. Also, networking. Networking is probably the most important, because I tell people, I did something like this, the original Skyman Battles of Master Steam, or Vulcana. I did these on my own, but networking got me my book cover. Networking got me the rights to do Skyman. Networking got me the opportunity to be in someone else's publication. And it all goes on your resume, your creative resume, which I hope you're keeping updated. And working for other people sometimes makes you appreciate working for yourself. But I like to learn from other people. But yeah, and how to promote your work, go to something like Skillshare, or here's a place that I tell people. Skillshare is a free thing, by the way, Skillshare.com. Now, here's something, and I'm going to tell you, okay, everybody on Riders of the River, I want you to get your pens and papers out, because I'm going to tell you about a secret site that will tell you how to improve your promotion, okay? All right. Now, don't let this out. This is a top secret place. It's called Google.com, okay? I know you never heard of that. There's also another one called YouTube, YouTube.com, youtube.com. Okay. Anyway, those are top secret. No one knows about it. No secret. It's secret. It's the worst kept secret in the universe, because all you have to do is like, how do I get published? How do I find an editor? How do I promote my novel? How do I learn how to broadcast live? Right in that question, and suddenly, bam! The entirety of the interwebs is yours to command. To give you an idea about YouTube, and I got a lot of my promotional stuff, my promotional licks from them. There are over 95,000. This is true now. This is true. There are over 95,000 videos on YouTube on how to change an electrical wall plug. 95,000 of them. And there's a plethora of writers and publishers who are out there doing this thing, who are promoting. Falstaff Books has a regular Q&A. And in fact, if you take up broadcasting like I do, it's helped me build my tribe. It gives us something in common, someplace we can commiserate. And it's just been a joy. Yes, it takes time. anything worth doing takes time. And also, how do I find an agent? How do I find a formatter for Kindle? How do I format for Kobo? See, every bit of information for those two sites alone, Google and YouTube, or find an author and see if they can partner up with you. It's like with Erin Casey. I helped her a little bit. She when she was looking to publish The Purple Door District, her very first novel, which you all should buy because she's awesome. She came to me because I had published I think by the time I knew her, I'd published like 4 or 5 books and was in about 3 different anthologies. And so I was able to give her a little guidance on where to look for the information that will help her. Okay. Now what I do may not work for you. But I think the biggest thing in promotion is step outside your comfort zone. That is the big thing. If you're out there wanting to put out your book, then talking about, we're proud of what we do. We're proud of the books we put out and what we want to accomplish with this business and the friends that we make along the way. That why aren't we talking about? Why aren't we bragging about it? I mean, seriously. And anyway, thank you very much for that great question. And I appreciate it very much. And if you have a question, please feel free to contact me via direct messenger on Facebook. And Teresa, good afternoon to you. Mwah! Teresa's another recent, newly published author. And now we're going to run through the comments real fast because I see I've got just about 4 minutes left. Joe Dog Michaela's 5 muses. Only problem is 4 are shy and won't speak if any of the others are in the room, and the 5th is mute. I know that's a problem. I go by what Jack London of Call of the Wild used to say, and it was something to the effect of, I never wait for my muse. I go out and hunt her with a club. And his glaring looks intimidate me. I know, right? He's evil. And Terry McIver, good to see you. Good evening from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Hope you all Nevermorians are having a pleasant day. Hey, I've been hearing about the trouble in Ireland, man. I hope you're staying safe, Terry. Please stay safe, brother. And Louis Launer, good to see you. Hello from St. Louis, where I'm working on chapter outlines for new novels in the new series. Yes, that's what I love to see. I love to see people getting out and making this thing happen. And 1 year anniversary of Lights Thunder action show with appearances from past guests and a very special live guest. Very good, Terry. And John Graham of Indianapolis, good to see you, brother. Haven't talked to you in ages. Happy Saturday, Brian. It's always impressive that you know so much about the creative folks in the area. You are the ultimate promoter. I try, and I think I'm lazy compared to a lot of people. Bobby Nash, BobbyNash.com. He makes me look sick, but I'm trying, John. I really am. Good to see you, man. And Terry McIver, Lights Thunder action show, first anniversary show this Thursday. Check it out. And Derek Henderson. I am very well, sir. Thank you very much. Derek Henderson's a very talented graphic artist who created this logo, by the way, which I am using mercilessly, Derek. I appreciate it and you so much. Hope you are well, my friend. Hope you are well. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, Brian, as a topic for a video, please do a video on creating a creator resume portfolio. Thank you. That is a super idea. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that. And we have about 2 minutes left of this broadcast. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have shown up and engaged with me. And that's what this is about. It's all about engagement, finding your audience, write whatever, don't write for the market, because by the time you get around to getting that work out, the market's moved on. Okay. I'm still trying to work on stuff about the Beatles, but anyway, and talking movies, that's how far behind I am. But anyway, write what you want to read, write what moves you, write what compels you to write, and then use promotion to find your audience. And a great way to do it is to go and network with other people, like the Writers Room. Again, thank you to Erin Casey. Mwah, I love you so much, darling. And thank you to the Nevermorians who came here to support me. And Terry McIver, staying safe. People running around rioting for no reason other than they can. Lots of protests turning violent at the moment. Hopefully it rains them out. Rain is a good thing. It didn't stop the villagers and the Frankenstein movies, but just the same. But anyway, folks, thank you all for being here. And let me get to my area. And if you want to follow me, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm also part of Rising Tide Publications. Go to risingtide.pub and please sign up for my free monthly newsletter. Next issue goes out May 1st with all kinds of folderol in there. And like I said, I've got various broadcasting things going on. Please check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network on Facebook. It's got its own page there. And also, you can find me on Patreon if you want to support me directly. Take a screenshot of that. We love new friends on there, and we're still under a half hour. How did I do that? Anyway, folks, thank you all for being here, and thank you again to Aaron Casey and the Writers Room. Please stay tuned to this place on the Writers Room for the wonderful Jen Thompson of the Indie Author Book Expo, a series of great shows going around the Midwest, and you'll probably see me at a few of them. Please come up and say you saw me here. Love talking to you. Thank you all. Have a great day, and as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Enjoy the rest of the Writers Room Day, and congratulations to the writers on the Aether.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.